I collected 100 summoning eyes with the goal of getting the Ender Dragon pet. However, the stakes are even higher here because I have just one life. This is part 6 in my hardcore Ironman series. And while you can still enjoy this video without having seen the previous parts, I highly recommend checking them out. First things first, there's a mining fiesta event, which I joined a little bit late since I slept through my alarm. But I was still able to mine for the last hour or so, and I went to the nucleus for the first time and was going to try to get enough glossy minerals to upgrade my mineral armor set. But I quickly realized that that just was not going to happen. So after getting just a singular glossy mineral, I spent the rest of the fiesta mining gold and diamonds in the mines of Devon. A little while later, I noticed a new event starting called the Great Spook, which is really interesting and has a lot of solid loot that we can collect. The funny thing about the Great Spook is that the mayor is currently Jerry, so each time you hit a mob, you're spawning a primal fear and then that spawns a Jerry, and it's just really funny to see these events overlap. It's quite tedious, but I'm going to try to get the full Great Spook armor set. The first pieces are relatively easy, requiring me to hit zombies with a sweet axe to get some sweet flesh, which I can then turn in for the boots. Following that, I need to purchase a wither bow and complete some archery training to get ice arrows, and then shoot bats on a roofed forest area on my island. And yes, my aim is correct. With the decayed bats obtained, I turned them in for the chest plate. Next up was easy, just requiring me to purchase a pumpkin from the builder and wear it while submerged to change it into an appalled pumpkin, which I then exchanged for the helmet. But the leggings are where it gets really difficult. You need 20 enchanted poisonous potatoes for this armor piece, and there's not an easy way to get them. And before you type that comment, no, farming potatoes does not give you a chance to get a poisonous potato. The only real way to do this is by killing zombies in the graveyard until you drop 3,200 of them. Luckily, we have 20 in real life days for the event, so I decided to grind out my first stack of them for now. Yes, that was 64. Oh, let's go. I then made my way over to the end because I clearly haven't spent enough time, and I'm collecting 100 summoning eyes with the goal of summoning a lot of dragons to maybe get the pet. And if you think that's crazy, yes, I agree. However, my counter argument is that I will need to get this pet eventually, so why not get it sooner rather than later? The next day, there was yet another mining fiesta, and I planned on mining mithril and titanium the entire time. I also took the mining EXP boost off of my mithril golem as it's basically level 100, and I gave it a titanium minecart to boost my titanium fortune. I mined for the entirety of the fiesta this time, and just barely managed to collect a stack of refined minerals before the fiesta ended. With this, I can upgrade my mithril set to titanium, which is a very good equipment set, especially in the dwarven mines. I also went ahead and claimed a long overdue Minion 3 upgrade from the community shop, which was done a while ago and I had just forgotten about it. The next day, my titanium equipment was finally done, and I went ahead and started some more refined diamonds because I'd love to upgrade the fuel tank on my drill. Also, I could really use some sacks. At over 100 hours into the game, the only one I have is the winter sack, so let's go ahead and craft both the fishing sack and the combat sack. There's yet another event going on because there clearly aren't enough in this game, and this one is called the Year of the Seal. This is the first time I've ever participated in this event. My other profile only ever made it to dragon armor, so I'm almost caught up with where I was in my old profile. What I'm trying to say is that there's still a lot about this game I don't know. For example, I've spent almost no time in the Crimson Isles, I've never done any slayers after Void Gloom, and I've only ever done floor 1 of dungeons, so there's still a lot for me to learn. Anyways, with the seal event active, I've made my way back over to the bayou and started fishing. I actually enjoy fishing quite a lot, especially on this profile because it's a nice break from worrying about dying. I managed to collect enough rusty coins to essentially purchase the entire shop from Junker Joel. Yes, that's my 16th rusty coin, meaning I can finally purchase this full armor set. So, I need the angler gear. I don't have that. All right, now I am back. 60 rusty coins and extra set of angler gear so we can purchase the backwater helmet, the backwater chest plate, backwater leggings, and finally, the backwater boots. Let's go. Let me go ahead and max it out too. Then I made sure to purchase the rod, and I also managed to get the equipment set too. I then spent time bouncing all the beach balls I collected and was able to purchase the seal ring, and then spent some leftover rusty coins to upgrade my hermit crab pet to rare. Following that, I took a trip back to the forge to collect my refined diamonds and start making 2 fuel tanks, 2 refined mithril, and a gold plate. Then at the hub, I collected my rare hermit crab pet and gave it right back to Cat to start the upgrade to epic. By this point, I'd collected a lot of dark candy from the primal fears, so I made sure to purchase the sleepy hollow. This item says that it generates purple candy when given to a minion, but even after a full day, it didn't manage to make one, so maybe I'm just doing something wrong. After that, I used some sponges to craft the sea creature talisman and also upgraded to the sea creature ring for some bonus stats. The next day, I made my way over to Galatia and purchased the snorkeling gear. I wanted to get the diver's armor set, so I started fishing for tag gangs, which have a small chance to drop gale membranes. But I quickly realized that this was extremely slow, and I was too scared to dive deep into the water as I still don't know much about this area and I didn't want to risk drowning. While fishing though, I kept reeling in wood and it was filling up my inventory pretty quickly, so I headed over to the birch park to collect some wood. With this, I was soon able to craft these small and medium foraging sacks, which will help declutter my inventory. After a bit more fishing, I made my way back to the end where I collected my 40th summoning eye. Yes. Where is it? Okay. That's number 40. That is 40 summoning eyes. And we are about to summon 10 dragons. Also, I'm just going to be showing the loot from each dragon rather than showing the summoning process each time. So without further ado, here's the loot from my first 40 summoning eyes. Let's see the loot. Oh, AOTD. Okay, another one down. AOTD again. Okay, that's 2 AOTDs. Okay. What did I drop? Well, don't tell me it was just frags. That's not right? I didn't know that was possible. I thought you were always guaranteed like an armor piece or something. Okay, top 4. I'll take that. Come on. Okay, chest. I'll take chest. Another AOTD. Oh my gosh. It's all AOTDs. What the heck? All AOTDs. Claw. I guess claw's fine. Alright, dude. Another AOTD. Okay. 6 of our 9 dragons have been in AOTD. Is that boots I saw? Oh no, it's not. Dude, of course it's an AOTD. 7 out of 10 AOTDs. Let's go sacrifice all these freaking AOTDs. Oh, a horn. I think I need this for something, right? I sacrificed all 7 AOTDs and managed to get some superior frags, but unfortunately, I'm still nowhere near the frags I need for the full set. Back in the hub, I collect my now epic hermit crab and went back over to the forge to collect my loot. I was gonna head back to grind zealots after this, but the game had other plans for me. Alright, this is a big moment because I now have 10 refined mithril, my 5 fuel canisters, and 5 refined diamonds to finally start the mithril infused tank. This is really exciting. Okay, change of plans. As you see in the chat, it's a new day, and I just got 5x titanium drop. We are mining titanium the whole day. How I rule titanium, by the way, I will never ask anyone to mine titanium for me. But if I come across an area and there's just titanium laying around, that I am allowing. I don't see a problem with that. But like I said, I will never, like that, I will not steal titanium from anyone, nor will I ask someone to like help me get titanium. Again, play how you want. I personally think that's not an enjoyable way for me to play. I want to be able to get it all myself. Like I'm not allowing carries. None of that is going to be allowed throughout any of this series. So just like for slayers and all that, one, I don't enjoy getting carried. I don't think that's fun for me personally. But additionally, say someone like offered to carry me and then they like trolled me and then like teleported my boss away and then he came back and one-shot me or something. That would be like really tragic and really unfortunate. So I ended up mining titanium for the entire in-game day and managed to collect almost a full stack of enchanted titanium, which is pretty insane. But now it was time to go back to the main goal of this video, zealot grinding. Over the next few days, I managed to collect another 40 eyes, and it was time to do yet another set of dragons. I did a bit of research, and it seems like the best way to get the pet specifically is to do 8-eyed dragons. And since I pretty much have all of the dragon armor sets aside from Superior, I decided to do some 8-eyed dragons myself. Is that chest? I'm never too mad at chest. Okay, chest. I'll take chest. Okay, low-key might do an 8-eye. 1, because I can't find freaking anybody to do this with. And 2, I'm mainly going for the pet. So maybe this is actually not that bad of a play. Here we go, 8-eye drag. Yeah, AOTD. I expected an AOTD with 8 eyes placed. That's not very surprising. Claw. No. Claw's okay. It's not quite what I wanted. Oh, leggings. Okay. That's fine. I needed another break from zealot grinding, so I did a bit of fishing and ended up fishing up some more rusty coins for something pretty cool. Yes! Oh, that's so good. Okay, that's my 30-second rusty coin. Sorry, I was sending a text. And I can actually purchase the junk talisman, which is going to be really useful when fishing. But additionally, I definitely have 4 busted belt buckles, but let me make sure. No, this is definitely worth. So now we have the junk ring, which is really good. And I don't have the old leather boot. If I did, I would get this. I guess we can start working towards that. And additionally, I was on with the speedy line. We need a lot of belt buckles. I don't really need too many rusty coins anymore. Actually, I guess I can use treasure bait. Keep getting like extra rusty coins. I guess I do eventually want to save up for like the treasure hook or like the gold. Yeah, I'm going to need a lot more of these actually. But first things first, why don't we go ahead and equip our junk ring? That is another talisman. So now we have plus another 5 treasure chance here, which is really, really good. So yeah, I'll keep fishing. I'm actually really enjoying fishing. It's a really nice break from grinding zealots. I've been doing almost nothing but zealots the past few days. So, and it's additionally, it's the seal thing, which is really good. I'm actually going to go use some of these beachy bouncy balls in a second here. Let's actually go do that right now. I did some more fishing and bounced some more beach balls, and finally had collected enough chum buckets for the talisman. I can finally purchase the chumming talisman for a fishing speed and a fishing wisdom. We've been adding a lot of fishing talismans. This is huge. Also, Foxy had just been elected mayor, and there was one singular fishing festival, so I felt strong enough to actively participate in this one. But I did this one far away from other people, as I didn't want to reel in anything too strong that may take me out. The festival went pretty well for my first time, and I managed to craft the raggedy shark tooth necklace and even upgraded it to the dull shark tooth necklace. Later, because I clearly hadn't done enough fishing, I spent some more time in the bayou and reached 100 sea creature kills to get the uncommon dolphin pet. And I then later dropped a leather boot to upgrade my junker ring to the junker artifact. After using a few more beach balls, I had finally collected 256 fishy treats and used them to upgrade my seal talisman to the seal ring. But there's also one final item I want to get, so I need to collect more beach balls before the event ends. I then did a tiny bit of spooky fishing before the event, and I did manage to reel in a couple werewolves, which was pretty cool. I then used my candy to purchase a full set of spooky armor for increased candy chances, and made sure to max enchanted too. I decided to mostly grind Enderman during the event, and honestly, within the next like 4 spooky festivals or so, I should be able to purchase the black cat pet. I did a little more fishing after the event, and finally managed to get my lily pad collection high enough to craft the Rod of Champions. Afterwards, I decided to finally craft my first backpacks, which is well overdue, and I collected a few fairy souls from fishing, and then collected one nearby to unlock the second backpack slot. I then dipped into a bit more foraging after watching some guides, but I first went out of the way to craft a spruce axe, and then collected jungle logs for the tree capitator. I then spent some time in the savannah because I want to eventually grind out 9 acacia birdhouses for the power stone, but for now I only managed to craft the first one. Back in Galatia, I chopped some trees to craft the fig hue and reached hot F2, which is nice, and then took down some chill shots until I had 8 runeblade talismans, which I then turned into the runeblade ring. I also participated in my first few starland contests, which are actually pretty fun, and with my tickets, I managed to purchase the moonglade talisman and the frog pet. I then stayed on for a couple more hours to grind out 72 Runeblade talismans, which I then turned into Runeblade rings and then into the artifact. Also, my mithril fuel tank was finally done, so I went ahead and collected it and applied it to our titanium drill. And I then went ahead and started forging 5 more refined titanium. I did a little more fishing as the Year of the Seal event was almost over, and I managed to purchase the final item I wanted, being the frozen amulet. While testing it out, I managed to reel in an epic squid pet, which was super cool. I will eventually upgrade it to legendary, but I need 64 enchanted ink sacs for that, and unfortunately I'm just nowhere near that. I ended up heading back over to Galatia to craft the small fishbowl talisman, and a little later I did some mining where I mined my 250,000th ore to unlock the legendary rock pet. By that point my refined titanium was finished forging, so I went back to claim it and started making a refined diamond, a gold plate, and 3 more refined titanium. Oh, and I made some more sack progression, getting the large mining sack, large enchanted mining sack, and large enchanted foraging sack. And as much as I wanted to keep avoiding it, I knew it was finally time to finish collecting these last 20 summoning eyes. Yes! Okay, that's eye number 20. I'm gonna go sell this stuff and clean out my inventory. Then we're gonna do some drags. First lobby. So we're gonna do this one as a 4-eye, and then we're gonna do the last 2 as 8 eyes. All right, let's see. AOTD, yep, should have known. Okay, another AOTD. That is expected. That is expected. The final dragon. Can we get a superior? On the last drag. Unstable. All right, top 4. Final drag. Dude, I'm scared to look. I know it's not gonna be. Yeah, unstable chest. Do I already have an unstable chest? I do. Okay, so we can salvage that. Let's go salvage this stuff and see if we got anything worthwhile. Just in case anyone is curious, I killed 35,846 zealots and 114 special zealots. So I collected some eyes. I've done a few dragons in the last video when we were getting the E-Man pet, and I've got quite a few from salvaging gear, and I've killed 361 dragons, and unfortunately no ender dragon pet. That concludes part 6 of my hardcore Iron Man series. While the pet would have been nice to get, I'll hopefully get it eventually and plan on doing at least 1 dragon each episode from here on out to maybe get lucky and get the pet. Also, we finally have a Discord server, so feel free to join down in the description below. As always, these videos take a lot of time and effort to put together, so if you enjoyed this one, please consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in part 7.